in a piece of woods a couple miles from my property. Good piney area. Lots and lots of mushrooms coming up here. Lots of good plants coming out right now. We're looking for a particular plant called ghost pipe or Indian pipe. Highly medicinal plant we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. Okay, so this is the plant that we're looking for. Monotropa uniflora, or Indian or ghost pipe it's called. Lots of people mistake this for a fungus or a mushroom. It's not. It's a perennial plant. It's considered to be a fairly rare plant in lots of places, but I have lots of them out here adjacent to my property in this wildlife area. We're going to harvest this, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to show you how to harvest it in an ethical way to make it renewable as a resource. Stay with me. Okay, so let's talk about this ghost pipe for a minute, or what's called Indian pipe. Again, this is a plant. It is a nervine type plant, and it is a very powerful nervine. It has been written in King's Dispensary that this plant was very reminiscent or could be used as a substitute even for opium, but it works in a different way. It's also been compared to going to like the dentist or the orthodontist and getting nitrous oxide. What it does is it deadens the nerve endings. It is a nervine type herb, so that it deadens the pain. It doesn't necessarily take it completely away, but for someone who's in a lot of pain from like a migraine or something like that, it can help deaden that pain. And I think what's important to understand with this is that it's probably one of the most powerful painkillers that you're going to find in the eastern woodlands. I think one of the most important things to understand about this particular herb is that it's a very powerful painkiller, way beyond willow bark aspirin type painkillers, because this is an actual nervine that deadens the nerve endings as far as the responders go of how you feel pain. It takes away that sharpness of pain and dulls the pain, like lots and lots of alcohol would do, which is a sedative, and this plant is also a sedative in nature, a nervine and a sedative, and that's important to understand. It doesn't take a lot of this plant to do the job. Now, I've also read in the same series of notes about this plant that most practitioners have always said you should use the root of this plant in tinctured form. Tincture being adding it to an alcohol base like vodka, letting it sit for a prolonged period of time, 5-6 weeks, and then using that tinctured material as your medicine in drop form. But I've also read in this same paper that one particular guy has used this for several years now in his practice, and he's harvested the entire upper plant and tinctured that with the same results as he got with the root. The importance of that is that it is now a renewable resource. We can harvest the plant itself and not destroy the root, which means the plant's going to come back because it's a perennial type plant. There are probably 20 of them within 100 to 150 yard square area of where I'm at right now. I'm going to harvest a few off of several plants to fill up my tincture container. So what I'm going to do is I have a small mason type jar here that's full of just regular vodka, and I'm going to harvest pieces of this plant and place them in here and take them with me. Okay, so what we're looking to do here is not destroy the root of this plant. We're going to go ahead and open up our alcohol, and we're going to harvest pieces by pinching them off and dropping the whole plant inside. Again, I don't want to damage the root, so I'm actually pinching them off between my fingers to pull them off. And again, we're going to harvest several of these in this area from different plants. And I have read, because I haven't tried this myself yet, this is a new one for me, I have read that this tincture should turn purple in the end. I'll take one more, then I'm going to leave the rest, and we'll go pick on another plant. All right, so that's one plant. Now we're going to mosey on at this trail until we find another one. And then we're going to harvest some more until we fill it up. Now I'm also collecting chanterelles while I'm out here because I have another project I want to work on to show you guys. So I'm collecting some chanterelles while I'm out here, and we'll get some footage of that as well and add it to that video. But I'm doing that while I'm out here, so I'm killing two birds with one stone on this hike out. Okay guys, well, that's just been a quick video on how to harvest and create a tincture using Indian pipe or ghost pipe. The key to this whole thing with self-reliance is understanding where these resources grow in your area, being able to revisit those areas like a hunter-gatherer would do, harvest the resources in a way that they are replenishing themselves year after year, and then understand that you've got certain times of year you've got to travel to harvest those certain resources and stockpile them and save them in a way that's usable for you later, whether that's freeze drying, whether that's making tinctures, making salves, all the types of things from food to medicine that you can harvest off the landscape, whether that's making jerky from the meat that you kill. All those types of things are self-sustaining, but they're also that hunter-gatherer lifestyle. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. I'll be back to another video as soon as I can. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and visit my store at selfrelianceoutfitters.com as well as my Amazon store at the links below. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.